Greetings, everyone. Welcome in. Good to see you there. Adrian, welcome in there as well. BNU, I hope you're doing well today. And the 3D Code Warrior, welcome in too. I hope you're all doing great today. Let's get started. I gotta turn this music down though. It's too loud. All right. Yeah, that's a reasonable volume. Let's jump right in. We got ourselves a little bit of a design. Oh wait, that's the, hang on. My stream deck was on the wrong setting. I was like wondering why nothing was working. There we go. Hi, I'm here. I should do the intro because I didn't do an intro. I'm professional. Jeez, my hair. Look at my hair. Don't look at my hair. What am I saying? Don't look at my hair. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah, I slept in this morning. Yay, kids! Yay! I should add that sound command. It's a good sound command. Hello, my name is Mike, and I am excited to be here again today, working on Day of the Redacted, the sequel or the sidequel to Day of the Sandwich and Day of the Hamster, and the third and final mini adventure before we start working on the large adventure game, where we have all three characters meet up and do some exciting things together, and discover some mysteries, unravel some plots, and you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The story is not fully written or anything, so it's all up in the air a little bit, but I got some ideas. I got some good ideas for it, so we'll see how that works out. But yes, my name is Mike. I'm working on this game. We're going to be working on Puzzle Dependency Graph a little bit more today and doing a little bit more planning work. We'll create a little spreadsheet to track all the things that we need to create so we can get started working on those things, and we might even do some actual work today. We might get open up AGS and start our new project. I don't know what we're going to bring into it, so we might actually just start with I think I created an empty, I think I did create kind of like an empty project at some point. That's not like technically an AGS template, but we might be able to load that up. I'll see if I can find that and start from there. I do want to start working on character designs soon. So far for the character designs, I've done them all offline because I don't feel confident in like working through my character design processes in front of the camera for some reason, but I guess like we could maybe start to try and do that with this character. And this one's going to be more unique than the other two in that I don't want to copy like Laverne's animation walk cycle or anything like that, so it'll be a fully unique character this time around, which will probably be a little bit trickier, but we actually need to create several characters as well, so we'll see how we go. I do want them to like have a fun walk cycle, but it might not be quite as interesting looking as the other two. We'll see. I'll see what I can do. We'll see what we can do. Anyway, that's enough of preamble. Back to this thing. This is the puzzle dependency graph for the last game here, and this is the puzzle dependency graph that we came up with for this game. You can see it is smaller right now. We need to flesh it out some more. A lot of these single nodes that you see, there's like a single node here or there, those need to become more puzzly. We want to have stuff that you acquire here that you use here, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we want to like push the story along. That's true. We want to like actually create some dialogues and things like that, but we do want to do a little bit more work in the puzzle design department, so we're going to keep working towards that. Thank you very much for the follow. I do have anonymous follows on the channel, so if you're new here and you want to just hang out and lurk, feel free to do that. If you want to jump in the chat and say hi, get to know people, you're also very welcome. I appreciate the support with the follow either way. Okay, yeah, so I think first thing I want to do is just like look at what we've got. So one thing I did introduce like late in the designs phase that we were working on yesterday was just this squeaky toy that you have in the bedroom, and eventually at the end of the game, or toward the end of the game, we'll use that as part of the puzzle of stealthing through. So that's like very much reminiscent of a soft lock in Space Quest. I forget which Space Quest it is. I think it might be Space Quest 1 or 2, where there's a key card that's hidden in like the first room. It's not even hidden. It's like on a body. Oh, it's Space Quest 1. There's a dead body. If you don't search it, you don't get the key card. And then, like, you know, 20 screens later, you suddenly need a key card and you don't have it. And it's like, I don't know what to do. And you can't backtrack. There's no way to get back there. So it's a soft lock. I don't want soft locks in my game, so we're going to make sure that you can always backtrack to the very first room. But this could be annoying for somebody if they didn't pick it up. So, you know, I guess that's just their problem. I think most people who play adventure games tend to pick up everything that's not nailed down. So, we'll see. Serpens, good to see you. How are you going today? Chekhov's squeaky toy. Yeah, it'll be just sitting there not doing nothing the whole time. I think every time you click on it, it should make a little squeak though, right? Conquest of Camelot has something similar. Oh, okay. Interesting. I haven't played Camelot yet. I've only played Conquest of the Longbow. Yeah. Interesting. I'll try to not remember that, but I'll probably remember that forever now. And so I'll be looking for something like that when I play it. It's definitely a habit to nab everything. Yeah, it is. It is, indeed. Okay, I just want this to be like a little further up. So I got a little bit more separation between the games. So these are the two that we completed. Oh, you know what I should do? This will be fun. I'll put a big thing around it. And I'll change that to green. And I'll say, completed games. There we go. Now they're all like here and I can, yeah, do that. Don't know why I would need to, but there you go. It's, you can tell it lags a bit when it's got so many elements inside of it. There you go. Yeah, this puzzle dependency graph, I think its complexity is pretty strong. Like, it's pretty high complexity for this one. But I also think it's... Somehow I think this is... It's not, like, obviously the game is playable. It's not too confusing to play. I think this does tell a story that it might be too complex, though. But I do want things to, like, have a bit more of a broad flow like that. Like, remember, if we go back and look at the Deathspank dependency graph that Gilbert posted, whatever this bubble is over here on the side, talk to Tongolith researcher, get readings from Tongolith, and then that doesn't really, like, nothing really comes of that until way down here. And to get, oh, okay, the zoom doesn't zoom where you need to zoom. You need to give researcher readings, and then that leads into get teleportation rune, and that's linked back to here. So you can see, like, Gilbert's designs obviously have that idea of, like, you have to do some stuff. You can do it, you can start doing it at any point during the game. Like, I assume, like, whilst you're doing any of this other stuff, this is an option that you can go back and do. And that leads to other stuff, which then eventually, like, you also have to do this, and that goes down this way into this, and then finally you can do that. And that you can't do end game until you've done those things. But, like, the more complex stuff is happening over here. So I think it's not a bad thing to have stuff that's hanging off the side like that. And again, coming back to what we were working on. We're looking at something that's very uncomplicated right now. Like, this is like, you could straighten this out into basically a straight line. There's a few bubbles and stuff like here where we have, like, oh, you have to get these two items and combine them, or whatever. But for the most part, there's not really, you know, two items, combine them. Yeah, there's not much going on. And here's one, find batteries. That can be done anytime. Once you gain access to outside, you can find some batteries. We don't know where they're going to be yet, but we'll have to find them. And then you put them in the device. So that's sort of like a blocker here. You won't be able to finish this until you finished everything before it. The squeaky toy, however, doesn't come into play until down here. So I do want to make this a little bit more complicated, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying I want this to be more complicated than it is right now. Hey, Dragonfax, good to see you. Welcome in. Using a mouse or trackpad? I'm using a mouse. It is, if you look below the screen there, it's a Logitech G900 down here where my hand's waving. I know it's disconnected from my... this is just there as an artifact of when I do the drawing stuff. When I do the drawing stuff, I have the tablet set up here so you can see the tablet and the stuff on screen. Anyway, Figma's really made a trackpad, it's super awkward with a mouse. I don't know what you mean. I'm not having any awkwardness with it at all. I don't know what you mean. And what do you mean by trackpad? Like, because a trackpad is just the crappy thing built into the laptop keyboard, right? Isn't that a trackpad? The thing that's really annoying to use. Do you mean like a tablet? Figma was designed for use with a tablet. I don't know what you're talking about. I still don't know what you need to explain yourself, Dragonfax. Oh no, MacBook trackpads are just as bad. I hate them too. I've used MacBooks. I've used modern MacBooks. They're still terrible. I hate them. Mouse is a very precise tool. A trackpad is not. I'm dead to you. I'm sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I don't like them. I don't like trackpads. MacBooks have some impressive hardware, but the trackpad is not something that I would agree with. Yeah. Anyway, maybe an early gate of some kind to use keycards so people don't go too far. Something other than a door, like a vending machine or a phone. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could do some more gating throughout this process. That's one thing I haven't really done. There's not much gating. Okay, so like gate points are here. Well, I guess here. I think technically this needs to go here. That's actually incorrect. That should go here. Yeah. There you go, that's better. So you can't do this. This is the gate point for the first room. You can't leave the first room until you've done these things. And it's like it's pretty basic stuff, but like the first room is the only one that I like actually focused on like getting content in, and the rest of the rooms I didn't really focus on content for them. So like once you get caught, okay, you get caught and forced back inside, but now you're out of your bedroom and you can return to your bedroom and unblock the door so you don't have to climb out the window anymore. When you go, we need to find the remote control. It's hidden somewhere, I guess. I don't know. And we need to find the batteries for the remote control. And our aunt is distracted watching TV. So what we can try and do is switch the names on the chore chart. But when we do that, if yeah, Aunt Jenny will notice and swap it back. Hang on a second. This doesn't add up. Yeah. This needs to be made a little bit clearer. I know what I meant, but it's not clear enough. So this is a gate. You have to, technically you can always, I'm just gonna diagram this because I want this to be clear. At any point from here, you can try and switch the names. But I'm going to change the color of this. To like a different color to show that it's like not an actual path that you want to follow. That's not a good choice. Let's do that color. There you go. Let's make it a dotted line too. I believe that's a thing we can change somehow. There. Yeah, so you can always do this, but you can't actually successfully go through until you've done this part. So that's another gate, I guess, to progress. Once you've done that, then you'll be able to convince Aunt Jenny, and then you can go outside. Uh, 3D print a tiny mouse to use on the trackpad. I think that's just a tablet with a pen. I don't know what you mean. Tablet with a pen. Hey, Pi, good to see you. How you going today? Welcome. What are your thoughts on reusing or modifying inventory for different puzzles? Do you think people are trained to use and discard? I think multi-use items are a good idea if you can make the player understand that it's a multi-use item. Yeah. Hey, Refraction. Good to see you too. Wow. I have some more coffee. It's gotten a bit cold. That's all right. So, in the last game, I have the player use the metal detector like on many different things. Metal detector is kind of like the star of the show. And I think I did a pretty okay job of training the player on how to use it and like that it can be used for multiple purposes. It was kind of like a very important part of that game. I could have called that game Day of the Metal Detector instead of Day of the Hamster. The hamster only did one thing. So, like, in Discworld, the ladder can be used multiple times for multiple different things. But there are other items that I think you can only really use, like, once in any effective way. Like the banana, for example. But I haven't finished that game, so maybe the banana comes into play later on. Without the hamster, there wouldn't have been a game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it wasn't for the hamster and the cat at the start, then you would just get the metal detector and build it and leave. It'll be sandwich levels of complexity. So yeah, I am trying to scale back the complexity for this game. That's true, but I also do want the puzzles to be a bit more interesting. I'm just trying to show. What I want this to show is like that the flow of the puzzles, like how things are going to work. So far, I think this is fine. I wonder if I should do something like, okay, finding the batteries is actually a bit trickier. So maybe getting a device and a screwdriver and using the screwdriver to open the device, getting the batteries from that device, discarding the battery and the screwdriver automatically, and now you have batteries for the remote control. What would that device be? What about a Roomba? I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. Let's not do a Roomba. Hey, Gonzo Cookie. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing well, thank you. I am doing well. DC Bueller, I hope you're all doing fantastic too, mate. How's my hair looking? It's looking pretty bad. I need to cut it again. I don't know. I'll give it a proper wash this afternoon and we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll start to settle down again. Yeah, so finding a remote control could also be another puzzle, right? Like, maybe when your aunt tells you need to do your chores, she also asks you for the remote control. And you're not going to find it for her. You're going to, like, use it to trick her or, like, to distract her. But that will tell you, like, okay, we need to find it. And then the hunt for the remote control could be... Like, I don't want to overcomplicate. I don't want to bring, like, a metal detector to the party this time. That's, like, a far more complicated scenario than what we needed. What we need here, I mean. But maybe we can bring something else to the party. I don't know. I'm thinking. I want this. I think these two are prime opportunities for expanding the puzzle in this area. And that would make Act 1 feel a little bit more complete. Because if it's just like, oh, okay, I gotta do these, like, 2 things and then I'm done, it's not that interesting. Just trying to give myself a little bit of space to work with as well here. What is it that's, is it this? I legit just want, like, these items. Alright. Move them over. Move it all over here. There we go. Okay. Got some space to work with. We should be able to fit a little puzzle in here. Getting ready for work. Oh, nice. Good luck with work. The hunt for the red remote. Channel is locked to a boring show that puts her to sleep after you swap the batteries. It's a different approach. I'm going to say no, only because I really want the dialogue to be part of the process. So we're going to, like, trick her by changing. Let me move this. I just realized this is what's going on. It's all out of whack somehow. I don't know how this has happened. There you go. There we go. Yeah, it's the trick here is that we're going to have her move away from the couch to change the channel back to the show she's interested to watch. And then, while she's moved and changing the channel, we'll swap the names on the chart. If you swap the names on the chart while she's watching, she'll be like, what are you up to? Don't do that. But, because she can't see you doing it, you'll get away with it. And then she'll be like, oh, it does look like you've done your chores. When you have to convince her, though. You have to convince her somehow through the dialogue. Like, yeah, no, it was always like that. What are you talking about? So that's the plan. So we need to make this remote control thing more of a puzzle, but I don't know what to do yet. I think just finding it, like, under a couch cushion is too easy. Right? That's, like too easy. Is it too pixel hunty as well? Like, if you imagine, like, there's, like, just, like, a couch there and, like, the remote is poking out of it. Is that too much of a pixel hunt? The remote around her neck? No, I don't think that will be it. I don't think that will be it. I want it to be, like, she doesn't know where the remote is. And so she's kind of already given up on being able to change channel with it, like, remotely. Remote is taped to the back of a hamster trapped in a maze behind a block shifting puzzle. Ooh. A little bit of soccer barn, maybe? Yeah, we could do that. That could be fun. She forgot it in the fridge? I like it. Buttons too cold to press. This is getting to Discworld levels of craziness. I kicked butt at Discworld last night, by the way. After brute forcing through a couple of the puzzles, I just like I got into a bit of a flow where I was hitting a lot of the answers, which was good because I was starting to get a bit tired of it. So I really want to finish Act 2, but I don't know what else we have to do to finish Act 2. We were so close. I thought all I would have to do was get the 6 golden objects for the dragon, but after doing that, it's just like, nope, there's still more to do. Damn it. Wine cellar. I mean, I don't want to have to create like too many rooms again. Coming back to lessons learned from game 1, having one item in a room is like annoying because you have to draw a whole detailed room just for one item. So I kind of want to avoid that, unless it like feels very necessary. So like Act 1 takes place in basically 2 rooms, with the exception that the cutscene takes place in the backyard, which is like a 3rd room. We have bedroom, backyard, and then like the main room where you can sort of see the stairs to the side. You can see the cutscene. Sorry, not cutscene. I just read the word cutscene on the screen. So yeah, it'll be like so it'll be like a wall here with stairs leading up, so it'll be like a banister or whatever, and actual like stairs leading up. You know, stairs. You know what stairs look like. You can use your imagination, okay? You'll have stairs here, and then I guess there'll be like a kitchen bench here, maybe. There'll be another wall here. The chart will be here. Maybe I shouldn't lay it out like this, but like this is just in my head. This is just what I'm seeing in my head, right? It's like kitchen bench, like back here somehow, and then the couch with like nice cushions on it, and I suppose like nice big couch like arms. Aunt Jenny will be sitting right here watching the telly, which you can't see, and so like there'll be like, you know, TV lights flickering in this area. TV lights flickering, right? And if you try and change the names on the chart, it's like there's name here, and then there's like chores on the chart. And like one of them, they're all checked, they're all green, you know, and the other one, they're not all green. So you need to switch. Yeah, on the other one, they're all like still not complete. You want to swap the names so that your name goes there and the other name goes there. But every time you do it, she's like, "No, you can't do it." She sees you. She sees you trying. She says no. But if you get the remote and then you use the remote in this area, it'll like, you know, hit the TV, and then she'll get up and she'll like go over here off screen, and then you can swap the names. That's what I'm thinking. Simple. But where's the remote control? Where's the remote control going to be sitting? Maybe the remote control could just be sitting on the bench here, and it just doesn't work because it doesn't have batteries, right? Maybe that's all it is. We should have like a family portrait here, maybe. You know, like some other cool stuff here, like a clock or a gun. Maybe a gun on the wall. That's a gun. So we'll do something like that, right? And then obviously you can now go back upstairs, and when you first come down, I guess like the rope will be like tied onto the banister here, and like that will go up the stairs too to your room. And so like you can untie that and get a rope, so we can use a rope for a puzzle later on. But that's like why you couldn't get out your door, because this was tied to your door handle and tied to the banister. Your sibling was being a jerk and locked you in your room. Now you're out, but you can't go back outside. So like I guess going outside, you've got to go through the kitchen to go into the backyard. Maybe that's the way out. Something like that. Something like this. That's what I had in my head. So to do that, you need to we need to get batteries for the remote control. So finding remote control maybe isn't that much of a big deal. Maybe it's just get remote control and it's not a puzzle. But finding the remote control batteries could be something we break down and make interesting. What if there's a toy robot? You gotta stop toy robot with honey. Okay. You gotta stop the toy robot with some honey from the kitchen. So get honey from kitchen. The remote got accidentally sucked into a vacuum cleaner. Oh my gosh. All right, so you got to get that. What else do you need to get? Let's think about this. Maybe we can make it more interesting. Get honey from kitchen. Stop toy robot with honey. We need a screwdriver to get screwdriver from. Where's the screwdriver going to be? Bedroom, maybe? Yeah, from bedroom. So this could happen anytime. So let's just. I don't have really a lot of room to work with here because of my note, but that's fine. We'll work it out. Yeah, we just need to modify this style so it's back like the others. Is that the right color? I can't tell. Oh, it's too dark. It's better. All right, so get screwdriver from bedroom. Honey from kitchen. Open robot with screwdriver. I really need to get a new keyboard. I'm sort of tired of the accidental double S's that it does. Okay, so that's no longer find remote control batteries. No. Okay, I'm gonna lay this out a little bit neater. go. There's no way this would be better with a trackpad. Moving those little handles around to like the way you want them to be, no chance. All right. Slightly more complicated puzzle. That feels better. Vacuum cleaner is actually a portal to Doom. Suddenly game is Doom. I like it. I like it. Okay, so now we have like, where's this robot? It's in the bedroom maybe. So like maybe when you climb out the window during this animation, we had a note here. Make this a bit bigger and we can throw a note into it. Somehow. Bed, shifts and starts robot moving. This can happen during the cutscene. So it's not a distraction while you're trying to solve the bedroom area, but after you leave the bedroom, now there's a robot scooting around in the room. So when you go, you have a reason to want to go back. And then you can maybe get your screwdriver and squeaky toy. If you just did all of this stuff and you didn't do the other stuff, you could then at this point you have a reason to go back because the robot will like start moving back and forth across the room. And when you try and pick it up, you can't. Like you just, it's too quick for you. It avoids you. So you got to pour some honey on the ground. Yeah. So what you use the honey on the robot and it'll So use honey on robot. We'll put honey on ground to stick robot. These are just the same thing. There you go. Cool. Puzzle. Find TV guide in the room that says Wheel of Fortune is cancelled, and then she lets you take the remote, as that's her favorite TV program. Again, we need her favorite TV program to be on the TV so we can turn off of that so that she gets up to change the channel back to her show, and that's when you can swap the names. We have to distract her that way. So yes, those are all good ideas for a different puzzle. But I need her to be distracted because you changed the channel to something that she doesn't want to watch. She goes and changes it back, then you swap the names whilst that's happening. So yeah. If you try and switch names on the chart, it won't work. Let me just change the alignment of this down to here. All right, there you go. I made these two the same color because I want them to match, but actually I might make them red. There you go. Cool. So this feels a bit more complicated, and like not in a bad way. Like, we haven't given the player a lot of like tools yet to like confuse them, I don't think. So once you've used the TV remote control and you've swapped the names, maybe as part of convincing Aunt Jenny to get by, you need to give her the remote. That way you've negotiated the remote control out of your power. Like, you don't need it in your inventory anymore. But also, like, you know, we don't need it. But instead of it just being like, I'll just drop this here and just move on, we actually have like a reason that's justified through the flow of the story as well. Must give remote to Jenny to succeed. There you go. I'm not trying to do writing right now, but this will help with writing later on when we do go to that. There you go. Hey, Koenig-san, good to see ya. Will Wheel of Fortune date it? Maybe, I don't know. We could put in, like, I don't know. I kind of just want it to be like generic TV muffled noises. I don't care what the show is. It's procedural cop show, maybe. Hey, Valiant Cheese. Hi, good to see you. How are you today on this fine Sunday? It's actually not that fine. So that's, I think, a much nicer complexity in terms of the puzzle design now. So Act 1 feels more complete. Sun's out here. Oh, nice. I don't think it's out here. Last time I looked, it was very overcast. Looked like it was going to rain. I mean, I don't have a window visible right now, but according to this, it is cloudy, so it's not too cold. It's going to cool down overnight. It's going to get as low as 7 degrees overnight. Oh. Yes! Yeah.
Well. What have we here?
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Baines. Hello. Stormtrooper. Yes, it's still overcast. Yeah. Rough. Maybe it'll improve soon. Maybe we'll get a few more warm days in before winter fully sets in. Okay, yeah, Act 1 I feel is like pretty much dealt with. Yeah, that looks like, this looks just like visually, this looks nicer. This is like Day of the Sandwich levels of complexity, I think. If we go back to Day of the Sandwich here. Okay, Day of the Sandwich maybe has a little bit more complexity. Like, there's like more nodes I can see. But it's like, you know, it's a, maybe not. Maybe they're about the same. Okay. So moving on to the next act then. Yeah, this is definitely not complex enough. Like, get T-Rex grabber is, we're just getting that from a treehouse, and it's like, oh, we need to find a hammer and we need a nail substitute item. That's obviously intended to be more of a puzzle, like when I wrote that. Repairing that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Lemon from Lemon Tree. Wait, why are lemons? How did lemons get back in the game? Why have we got lemons again? Got 3 degrees Celsius last night. Yikes, that's really cold. Had a couple of frosts this past week. Oh, okay, yeah. We haven't hit the frost levels of coldness yet over here. Above the strait. Yeah, I remember the llama, but man, I just like, yeah, the llama. I don't know why I went for lemons. Because I wanted the llama to like have no spit, and I figured like lemons would make it like, you know, get the lemon face and like not be able to spit. That was my plan. As my mom always told me, when life gives you lemons, make a trilogy of point-and-click video games. Good. Excellent. Oh, man. Oh. I gotta think of a more puzzly way to do this bit. It's like, I just did this as like I need a puzzle here, so I'll just do like the simplest possible, get 2 items, use 2 items on thing to do thing, and then the rest of it's just a straight line. Basically, it's like, oh, the other batteries, you need the other batteries. Oh, you know what? This actually prevents you from reusing the remote batteries by giving the remote to Jenny. You can no longer take the batteries out. This is good. That was a good insight that we had back there, because it helps with this part. Add bigger puzzle here. We need to find another way to find batteries. I don't know what that's gonna be. I got nothing. We need to power the handheld gaming device to silence our sibling, but I don't know where are we gonna get batteries from. Why is share grayed out? To share, please move this file to a new home. Visit drafts to move. Oh, okay. I don't want to do anything that might break my my usability here, so I'm not going to change anything. Your aunt is actually a robot. You knock her batteries out with a baseball bat, you reckon? Use a baseball bat, apply the baseball bat to the head. Just like knock her batteries out that way. Day 4, game 4, new game. That's right, King Wallow Wallow. The last game is out now. You can play it right now. DOTH. Day of the Hamster. Oil, vinegar, and gold for a battery, right? Valiant Cheese, have you played Day of the Hamster yet? Because we make a super lemon battery in this game. Yeah, you should check this one out. It's challenging. You'll probably get stuck. You might not. You might be a master puzzle solver and finish it quickly, but it's a good game. Here's the trailer. No voice acting for this one. Think your way out of this one. Day of the Hamster. There you go, that's the trailer. So yeah, we finished, that was game 3. We're working on game 4 now. It was game 2 of the miniseries. Game 2 was an abandoned game. Sneak whiskey in her tea. She dozes off. Maybe we should do that at some point. Was that the tank game? Yeah, the tank game was game 2. I want to go back to it. I just don't have the time to do the game design justice. So I just need to make, once I make like a, you know, a $5 million game, then I'll have time to go back and finish that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game 4 is gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a lot more animation, a lot more characterization. I want voice acting for this one. It's gonna have a lot of characters, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I should get my kids to voice act it. That'd be great. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah. So this basically Act 2 is like nothing. There's nothing going on here. It's like it's really far too simple. Act 3 though is pretty good because we have the stealth mini game. That'll kick butt. Whoa. Tank game? Yeah. I made a little tank game. You want to see it? Got like physical simulation per pixel. And sometimes it works very well. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a little bit... There's a few bugs that I was working on before I decided to abandon it. But yeah, if I you'll see the like, pieces of sand. They're not. It's not just a cellular autonoma like style flow of the sand. They're actually like have velocity, and so some of them will fling themselves further down the cliff. And it has a fluid simulation as well. So you get like these like fluid sims going on. What else is cool about this? The explosions will actually fling dirt and sand around as well. Particles get flung. Yeah, and it's real time as well. And that's the second iteration of the physics engine that I did. The first physics engine is in here in this version. This one actually works a lot better because I didn't try and unify all the physics, so it works a lot smoother. But it is more of a cellular autonoma sort of style of process, so it doesn't have the physical simulation working for every pixel. Only certain classes of pixels are simulated that way. But yeah, you can what button do I press? Is it like F1 for debug, F2, F3? F3 automates the real-time attacks, so the bots will take over. They just basically shoot randomly, but yeah. Anyway. Do the kids have much interest in the games? Yeah, so far they all have played the first game. Only one of them so far has played the second game. But the other two expressed interest in playing it. They just haven't got around to it. They got their own things to do. Gugu got his family to voice act in one of his games. Oh, that's a good idea. Any plan to put these on Steam eventually as like a pack/series? Yeah, I'll probably, once I finish the 3 miniseries games, which this is the third one, I'll probably create a Steam page for it and put them there. I don't know if I'll do it like... I'm trying to decide, should I do it as a standalone like pack and then have the 4th game be a separate thing? Or should I put these on as like a placeholder, kind of like a demo for the upcoming game kind of thing? So, you know... yeah, it's not exactly a demo, but yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I would like to put them on Steam eventually, yeah. I wanted... Before I put them on Steam, I'd probably like to go back to Day of the Sandwich and just improve it a little bit more. Like, finish up the background art, do a little bit more work on the character sprite, add a couple more puzzles to help it flow a little bit more. make it a little bit more interesting. It'd still be the sandwich focused, but you know, just having something a little bit more interesting in terms of puzzle design, maybe. Would be cool to be able to share that with them. Yeah, it's nice when the kids get interested with the games, for sure. My son, he's the youngest. He was the first one to play it. He was really excited to play it, and he got stuck a few times. I had to help him out, but he's like 9 years old, so to be expected with some of the complexity of the puzzles in that in Day of the Hamster, I think. If you want a way to get him involved, yeah, voice acting, yeah, it would be. Fractaled Earth, yes, Scorched Earth, but mine. It's P. It's not P, but acid. That's right. It's acid, not P. But everybody calls it piss tanks because it does. Yeah, admittedly, the fluids and the. Yeah. Anyway, wonder if anybody made a tank game that's a bunch of dongs weeing on each other. Lean into it, Mike. It's a selling point. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do that. I don't know. AI pissing. I applaud you for tackling the physics. I've been thinking about doing that myself with Pixels Voxels. Yeah, I mean, that isn't even like the hard part. It's like the thing, like it's I could probably fix up the physics in that if I spent another like day or two on it easily. I think that's not so much the issue. The real issue is like, in my mind, the game is no fun unless you have multiplayer. And I had the design for it was thinking like a battle royale style gameplay. So you'd have like 100 players, or like, you know, some players and bots filling out the rest of the ranks or something like that. With a variety of weapons and tanks, and just designing the balance for all of that was like, oh, I'm gonna need a lot more time and energy. Plus doing net code for something like that is like pretty big task as well. And then, you know, dealing with cheating would be another thing you'd have to worry about. So there's just like a hell of a lot of stuff to do to make that game actually work. But yeah, it's something I would like to revisit. I think it's a cool idea. I'd love to do it. People love that genital jousting game. I never played it myself, but yeah, I heard a lot of people getting excited about it. So yeah. Tiny maths rain. I feel like that'd be beyond me. You'd be able to do it. It's not that complex. It's very simple stuff. I forget. There's what is it? Is it Lagrangian fluid simulation and Euler fluid simulation? But I forget which one's which. Like I'm not very good with names of things. I just like do the thing. I just try and think of like how to solve the problem and do it that way instead of like looking up algorithms and implementing them. But yeah, one of them was one way, like particle simulation. The other one's more of a it's a little different. It's actually a cool way of doing fluid simulation because you're calculating kind of like the flow of fluids more than you are thinking about the actual like particles of fluids flowing. So you're like sort of like vectors and like velocity, sort of like yeah, like influences. Like, so you have like cells, basically. You're using cells and you're like thinking about like where is this flowing to, and like what's the pressure here and stuff like that. So it's a little different. It's interesting stuff though. Anyway. Like a tank IO kind of game. Yeah, like that. Like maybe like that. I know what you mean. You're like that's like Snake.io or something like that. My kids have played that. Tank.io, yeah, I guess it's something like that. Except I was thinking more along the lines of like a PUBG but 2D with tanks, kind of. That's what I was thinking of. So you'd have like the same sort of thing of like picking the point on the map that you want to drop at, kind of thing, and then like having like a scrolling map with all the physics simulation going on as well. And there was also, I had the idea of like buildings and destruction and like different classes of like materials, and like with that physics model that I was doing, like in theory we could have like things that like, you know, we simulate like a polygonal object that would like crash and then like as it breaks, like things will turn to particles. But so we had different classes of like the idea of different classes of things. So like tanks themselves would probably be like polygonal objects, and so they could get flung around the map as well. They'd have like a self-riding thing just to make the game fun. But yeah, it could be really interesting to, like, if you get flung by an explosion while you're shooting a machine gun, so like there's bullets flying around everywhere as you're spinning through the air. You can imagine how that would be pretty entertaining to play and watch. But yeah, I don't have the time to do something like that. I'd need to take like probably 9 months or something like that to like real full-time work to do a game of that detail. So I had to shelve it. I'd love to do it though. It's a fun idea. I lost my train of thought completely. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I'll just take a stretch break. There you go. Let's try and regroup. I always wanted to do... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the microphone. I always wanted to do a mini game in the last one on the computer. Like, just an optional mini game that you can just play. That's something I thought about maybe going back and doing as well. Adding a mini game to the computer in Day of the Hamster. Like, I originally had planned on putting Solitaire in there, and I just didn't have the time or energy to, like, type it in the code for it. The downside of bigger idea is bigger investment on execution. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and at first the idea was like super simple, and I just kept on like growing it. It was like the epitome of like scope creep, that design. Like if I go back to here, real-time scorched earth battle royale. I mean, I guess I scope creeped it in the design phase, because like the real-time scorched earth part is pretty much fine. Like we already have that. It's the battle royale part that's not really ideal. But yeah, we spent how long do we spend on it? Like 11 days, it looks like. Yeah, so after like 11 days we stopped working on it. So that all that stuff you see there is 11 days of work. I guess I was like hoping to knock it out a lot quicker, and I realized like once I got a certain point I was like, okay, a few collision issues, projectiles issues, trajectories. I wanted to redo the trajectory calculations. I don't know what this was about. That was probably just a bug. Consider error in line path check whenever it's called. Seems like a lot of off by one errors. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so there's like there were some bugs that I needed to fix. But yeah, 11 days to do like a little tank game. Looks like a lot of it wasn't that long of a day as well. There's a lot of short days here. So yeah, 2D rigid physics, which I started working on like something about that as well. Trees, buildings, rocks. 2D fluid sim. So yeah, I was going to change it from the particle-based fluid sim to like the other one. 2D rigidish physics. I'm pretty sure I implemented that. I just hadn't like set any objects in the world to use it yet. Fiddle with real-time mechanics. Yeah, I guess we were fiddling with it. Add multiple players. We had kind of. Wind effects, we hadn't done that yet at all. Although that, I think technically we already supported wind effects. I think technically we already did support that. So that probably could have been checked off. Anyway. And then I just decided to switch gears and turned over to this. I actually had like a few ideas I was thinking about. Cinematic platformer, survival horror. Ended up going with the adventure game because it seemed like the easiest one to kick off. And now I'm more invested in this as a series to work on. So that was game 3, which you've seen. It's now Day of the Hamster. It's available now. And we're working on game 4, the adventure game, about interacting with characters to reveal a secret entrance. That's no longer probably in. That's not really where we ended up, but with the design, but we did like a fairly fleshed out design here, and we're just working on it. Oh, it's day 4. I guess I didn't come back here and check some boxes, did I? Translate notes into, yeah, we done basically that. Create placeholder assets, we haven't done that yet. That's going to be a day 4 thing, maybe. Day 4. I guess I forgot to update my... what am I doing here? There you go. So we want to continue to refine the... Oh, I guess, yeah. We're not really expecting too much of ourselves at this point in development. We're taking it easy. Coburn, good to see you there. Scope creep ruins lives. It can. It can. In general, there's usually a tiny proof of concept at the heart of every bigger idea. The opposite of scope creep. Pair back to the most minimal version of an idea. Yeah, I could go back to the tank game and just do like the real-time, like basically just polish what I've already got. Like just continue to polish that until it's like at a point where like you can do a single player with bots. And yeah, I could like add like the buildings and the other things that I wanted to add to make that a little bit more interesting. Maybe add the scrolling, but still, it's like, it's even just doing that, I feel like it's probably, we're looking at like 3 months of, maybe 2 months of like full-time work to get that polished. So yeah. Scope creep, right. Sounds like me once I start getting more ideas than classes in my projects. Thanks, Pi, for putting that command together, the pinned message together. Max, hello, good to see you. How you going? Welcome in. Too much talking, not enough working. Let's see now. How do you get a hammer? You get a hammer from the shed. I don't want to make another room though. I guess I'm gonna have to make another room. Like maybe we have to make a shed. If we make a shed, then we can get like the hammer, and maybe we can like get some nails. Now I said nail substitute item. Maybe it should be nails and a hammer substitute item. I don't know. Maybe they should just be hammers and nails and no substitutes. But you have to figure out how to get into the shed. Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe. How would you figure out a way into the shed? Okay, you use the rope. Okay, I got an idea. Let me just write this down. I won't bother graphing it just yet. I just want to write it down. Where's the tree house? I don't see it. I guess I added that. Where's the part where we calm the llama? Okay, here. It's here. Alright, so I'm just going to start typing some things down. They're out of order, but that's fine. Need to get into shed to get hammer and nails to fix ladder to treehouse. Use rope on jammed shed door. Throw rope over tree branch. Attach rope to llama. Trigger llama angry mode. This will pull rope and unjam door. Rope will break and fall away. I don't know how you're supposed to attach the rope to the llama. Maybe, whoa. Throw lasso. How do you spell lasso? Is it lasso? Lasso? I don't know how to spell this word. I'm not American. I'm okay, thanks. Woke up early, though. Oh, you woke up early? I slept in. I needed to sleep in. I was up a little late. Use Chucky to distract everyone. Ooh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky. Yeah, I don't think so. Although if he's going to on a llama, it's probably lost. I like that so much. I'm definitely going to I'm definitely going to try to remember to use that in the game. That would be hilarious. All right, so this is the idea that I like came to me, I guess, is like, okay, what if we use the rope that we had, because that gives us a reason for getting the rope from the stairs. So let's go back to our thing here. So now that we're actually out of the room, we can go back, like we're no longer trapped. Well, we can actually get the rope as well. So, this is another thing that we get from here. It's actually doable from this point forward. So, yeah. We'll just squish this up a little bit. Get rope from stairs. Locked. Which locked our which locked bedroom door. This will allow you to return to the bedroom. If you need to. But also it gives you a rope. Okay. Now that you have this, I gotta figure out a way to fit all this stuff in that I just typed up. These batteries are dead. I guess I should chucky them. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to add the chucky sound command eventually, aren't I? How's it already 2:30? I woke up too late today. Wasted too much day. It's too dense. We need to make ourselves a little bit more space. Somehow I didn't. There we go. Much more space now. What have I done? All right. Cool. So this rope. Oh wait, what's happened here? There we go. Need to get into shed to get hammer. Right. So use rope on jammed shed door. Okay. So this is starting to look like a nicely complicated puzzle now. Not overly complex, but complicated enough. It's one of those grey Melbourne days. Yeah, it is. Must find an agreed payment for little bro to cross the fence, which will be to recover handheld gaming device from the other side of llama. Yes, that's a thing. We'll also have trees of dialogue about long silly name, angry llama, other stuff maybe. Right, yeah, conspiracies, you know. Okay. So another distraction. This is like the second distraction puzzle out of the game. Because we have this distraction puzzle, and we have this distraction puzzle. We're going to have another distraction puzzle as part of the stealth section. So this is a distraction game. Alright. Get lemon for tree. Maybe more puzzle here. Maybe. Maybe we use the lemon, the T-Rex grabber to get the lemon. Because it's out of reach. So knowing that that's a puzzle in and of itself is nice. Like, you have to have this before you can do that. So this is the gate to moving on from this phase of the game, this act. At least moving into this part of it. Once you've calmed the llama, you can get the gaming device. You can add the batteries to the device. We need to figure out how to make that a puzzle. Put them in the device, then give that device to the sibling. You have to talk. And then we can climb the fence. And that'll get us into the final act. I'm feeling pretty lazy today, I'll be honest. I was feeling like motivated earlier today, but now I'm not. I feel like not doing anything. Maybe I should just maybe I should cut my losses before I make a mess of this puzzle design, but so far it's going pretty well. I mean, it is Sunday afternoon after all. I could definitely be chilling. I like how complex this is. It's looking much nicer now. Like, it's starting to feel a little bit more like on this level. Although this is insane when you look at it. I could probably rearrange this so it's less insane, but yeah, so many minigame segments, like building things and solving puzzles and finding stuff. Yeah, lots of minigames in this. That was a fun one. It was a fun one to make. This one I hope is also fun. I mean, technically I did draw a background. Like a placeholder background. So we can reuse the screwdriver asset, which is nice. It's nice to be able to reuse an asset. Don't know what else we can... Maybe I should think about what stuff that's in this game that I could reuse in this game. No new comments. I'm gonna do follow though, that's nice. Yeah, if you're wondering about the statistics as well today, they've continued to trend down. So there was a bump in downloads yesterday. I guess because I talked about the game on stream yesterday, it might have gave us a little bump. But yeah, no major changes there. It's still trending down in its views and all those other things. Should I do a full playthrough of the game? Does anybody want to see me spoil the entire game? Hadn't an open tab since release? Oh, nice. Very nice. I hope you enjoy playing it when you get to the time. Yeah, I know what you mean about finding time. There's a few games I've been meaning to check out from other people as well that I haven't got a chance to do yet. Yeah, lots of comments. Nice. I'm feeling too lazy, I think, to do any more work. We didn't do much today. Let's just see. Let's see. Continue to refine it. Yeah, we did tiny bit of placeholder art, so, you know, that works. Play the new one. I know you haven't made it, but you're never going to break new ground unless you break the rules. Oh, just play this one? Good idea. Game I was doing contract work on shipped on the 30th, and launch has gold up a ton of time. Oh, okay. Good luck with that, though. Hopefully that should calm down soon. Hopefully that calms down soon. So there was some like launch day bugs and patches that needed to be made. I'm feeling so lazy. Oh, open. Maybe I'll get lucky and we'll get some creative juices flowing if I try and draw something. I mean, not every day has to be like a highly productive day, and I did just finish working on the other game, so it's nice to take things easy for a little while. But at the same time, I want to finish this game as soon as possible. Just get the whiskey? Yeah, that's right. Hey, Lil, good to see you. Hopefully, honestly, it was the quietest launch from Bug's perspective I've ever been involved with. Very nice. Was a bumpy launch from a player expectation perspective. So we're working on an update that tries to both guide players towards the game we wanted them to see and make it more flexible for whatever else. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Feel free to post a link in the chat if you want to share the game with everyone. Show us what you've been working on. And feel free not to do that if you don't want to. No, everyday productive. Yeah, I wish. I wish. I mean, we had a little bit of a slump in the middle of Day of the Hamster development where I was just sort of like trying to get something to happen, but I was just like, I knew what I needed to do and I just wasn't like getting much done. And I was like, you know, it felt like a really slow period. I could have probably finished that game like a lot faster if I could have made those days more productive. But yeah, you know, you have those days and that's like, you got to expect them. You got to plan for it. You can't plan for every day to be highly productive because you'll just, you know, destroy yourself. Just waiting for Windows to decide that this screen is working. I think that's the light behind me. That's the hotspot on the screen. Sorry about that. A turn-based tactics game that skews kind of Puzzlewood. And definitely isn't mainline XCOM game with a superhero paint job. The way you're saying that, I'm not sure how to believe you about that statement. I'm just gonna pull that up over here. Capes. Out now. Superheroes clash in this turn-based strategy game. Let me turn back on my main screen here so you can see it. Turn-based strategy game. Recruit, train, and deploy your team in order to take back the city from the villains that hold it hostage. There was a Double Fine mobile game that would match the same description. Obviously, this is more of a tactics-focused game. Middle Manager of Justice, that's the one. Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it, but you did, so there you go. Just don't go in expecting strategy layer, procedural missions, and disposable heroes. Okay, so it's like, it's not that. It's not the XCOM style of thing. Yeah, a Data Lake Entertainment published game. Interesting. Yeah, the trailer looks interesting. Romero did what was it called again? Something Sin, something of Sin. The mobster game. Romero did like a mobster game a while back that was also tactics based, sort of like, I don't know if it's similar, building your team and stuff, but I don't know if that went too well as a genre launch as well. Interesting. We're working on with a small team of Hand of Fate alumni. Oh, awesome! Nice to be working with them again. Yeah, that I bet it would be. That's awesome. Oh, they're disappointed. Seems to be a complaint about how puzzle-like the game is. This is somewhat true, but only really holds early on. Okay. And there's a limited set of heroes and thus powers to operate with, especially on hard. It's interesting though. Like, if people were complaining about it feeling puzzle-like, was that like? Into the Breach is very puzzle-like tactics game. Like it's basically just a puzzle game. People seem to love that, so I don't know why you would. Like, it's weird. Maybe this is one of those instances where like the marketing attracted a certain kind of player and it was like, you know, off the mark of the player they were attracting or something. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah, I can see why you'd be. I see why you would be having a lot of. Oh, Into the Breach was a key inspiration. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense then. Like what you made, and that makes sense. All the statements you made earlier about what, expectation and perspective. To try to make that match. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. That's rough. Well, good luck. I hope you guys can figure out what you need to do to get the right players in, and the already engaged players, like, keep them happy and everything as well. This looks like a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. I'll stop being distracted by this. So I don't really have a plan. I'll just be upfront. I don't really have a plan right now for how I'm going to tackle this next step of trying to find some energy and motivation. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we do have like there's a bedroom we need. And we know we need a robot and a bed. We need somewhere for clothes to be. There needs to be a pirate flag on the wall. And there needs to be a window. So we need a few things. Oh wow, what color is that? It's like a very light yellow color. Oh, this is probably the same color I was using when I was doing the outro of the other game. Let's pick a nice color here to work with. Alright, so room, window, something like this. Maybe a bit more. Window. Bed. We'll make it look like Mad Dog Williams' bed. So we have a bed. We're gonna have a pirate flag on the wall, obviously. Here. Can be tied on. That's how a pirate flag looks, right? Obviously we want to have like the robot needs to be somewhere around here. So let's just put a little robot here. He has like tank tracks. Maybe we put in like a chest of drawers right here. With clothes poking out. A lava lamp. That's supposed to be a lava lamp, okay? I think they're supposed to be like this shape, something like that. I don't know, there's gonna be some other stuff. Let's put a screwdriver here. I don't remember where the screwdriver comes from, but let's just say it's in your bedroom right here. This is the way, like, out over this side of the room, so probably want to, like, avoid putting anything too detailed here. Posters on the wall, obviously. Lots of posters just overlapping, because, you know, that's cool, having lots of posters. Maybe some more over here. And that, I mean, that'll do, right? Like, that's like, okay, we obviously need some more junk right here, but we need to like define what the junk is, because I don't want it just to be a blob. I want it to be like something here. It needs to be messier, so, and obviously there needs to be a sandwich under the bed too. An old sandwich. The window needs to be jammed, so it needs to look like the kind of window that can get jammed. We need to be able to take the bed sheets off, so we have to have like the variation of the bed. It feels very dense, and also there's like no room for foreground stuff. Why can we not fill the background? No idea. Oh, I can't even draw on this layer for some reason. What the heck, man? Oh, I'm in eraser mode. Somehow I accidentally got into eraser mode and I didn't realize it. That explains everything. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can now put a couple of foreground elements in. Perhaps. Like, just like, you know, some kind of a dresser or something here. Or like a desk or something. Something here. Maybe something here too. You never know. Music system. Maybe this could be speakers for a music system. I don't know. There you go. We got a pizza box, candy wrappers, those kind of things. Yeah, that would be some good detail to throw into the game. Absolutely. It's got this team up mechanic that that's at the core of the game, where each hero can lend their powers to the other heroes they're working with for extra effects and stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like the sound of that. A stack of pizza boxes? Yeah. Could totally do something like that. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Something like this would work great for a layout there. Obviously, then we want to have like other stuff going on, but like, let's just like, you know, we got a background art that's scribbled down. It's a good placeholder. It's definitely more effort than I normally put into a placeholder piece, but it's fine. I'll just save this. We've got to create a new folder. We don't have anywhere to save this stuff yet. A new folder. We'll call this one redacted. Hey, create a new folder called room assets. Normally this is not the way I would do things, but that's fine. And we'll call this folder bedroom. And we'll put in background 1. And we done it. We done something. We've been productive. Yay! I tricked myself to being productive by drawing us a basic background. Sometimes that's all you gotta do. I didn't think today was going to feel like a slump day, but it does feel like a slump day now. You know, a nearly 2-hour stream is not too bad. We did a 2-hour stream yesterday. I think it was a little bit more than 2 hours yesterday. So, maybe that's just what we're getting in this weekend. I mean, we did just launch a game 7 days ago. It's been a little bit of a stressful time for me lately as well, so things have been a little bit harder to maintain motivation for. But, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Things coming along. The game's out. Hamster's out. That's good. We're going to focus on getting this one done quickly, hopefully. Another advantage of keeping the game design like not as complicated as the last game means that there's less stuff to develop for it, right? So like the less minigame stuff I have to develop for this, the better, frankly. Wait, is the stream ending? Yeah, I think I might take a break. Will you do a stream later today or take a relaxer? I want to stream tonight. I want to try and keep making progress on Discworld. We'll see. I haven't even finished my coffee. This is really weird. Normally I would stream a lot longer than this, but it is what it is. Take a break, Mike. You can finish the new game tomorrow. Yeah, we'll just finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, so yeah. I'm such a geek. A stack of pizza boxes conjured up images of a bunch of Spark stations networked together in a Beowulf cluster. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think I might end the stream, King Walla Wallow. I don't know. I mean, I might watch the new South Park stuff once this stream wraps up. Oh, nice. I didn't know there was some new stuff. Why, hello there, Armand McCall. Welcome in. How you going today? Oh, good. Piss tanks? Yeah, piss tanks. That's right. Armand McCall, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Unexpected surprise. Yeah. Let's see. What's going on out there? Gonna see if we can find someone to drop a follow in, drop a raid in on maybe. Might also play your game too. I got the tab still open. Should be fun. Yeah, it's a fun game. I actually am really proud of it. I think you'll like it.
We'll scroll.
Whoa. Hello. My stream wasn't muted when I opened it. Opened a channel up. I just want to see what's going on. Sunshine's on too. Oh wow, Sunshine's outside. That's weird. At Canberra. Do I stick around a bit longer? I don't know. Necrokeys is on as well. Alright, there's a few people on. Alright, I got options. I'm just trying to decide if I keep trying. Maybe I should draw a couple more backgrounds in. Maybe if I draw a couple more backgrounds, I won't feel like I've wasted the day. It won't take long. We just scribbled this one out pretty quickly. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Rather than just dropping it after drawing one screen, we can push a little bit further. Sunshine is usually outside. I meant stuff by Sunshine. Okay? Thanks, Refraction. Might also... yeah, if you do play the game, King Walla Walla, I hope you enjoy it. It's really fun. I had a good time making it, and I think it's actually... I think it's actually a really good game. Like, I think it has a lot going on in there, and if it was part of a bigger game, I think people would absolutely love what they see in there. I think for being a smaller game, it does like obfuscate how cool the game actually is. But it's really cool. I'm really proud of it. You didn't know about this channel yet, Armored McCaw? Yeah, I've been doing game dev streams on this channel since the start of this year. And yeah, thanks for coming and finding me. It's good to see you. Yeah, this is the third game in this series, the fourth game I've worked on this year. All right, yeah, let's do another screen. Let's just do one more screen. We'll just like, yeah, I shouldn't give up. I mean, it's not giving up, but you know, I don't want to be too lazy. I'm not expecting to make major progress, but hey, we get some backgrounds done. It makes it easier to do the next thing, right? So this scene is the downstairs scene. I just want to get a rough sketch in of the downstairs scene. Thinking about what we need to see here, we need to see the stairway on the side, on the. Oops, that's not how you do it. There you go. We want to see a stairway off to this side. We want to see a wall, and then on this side, we want to see the couch back here with the aunt sitting on the couch. She's going to be sitting there watching the telly. And then we need a wall here somehow. We need a wall with the chores on it. It should be able to, you should be able to visibly see it says chores on it. So it needs to be fairly decently sized. The perspective here is going to be weird, I think, because we need the banister of the stairs going up with a rope tied to it, and that rope has to be something you can remove, and the rope needs to be like stretched off up the stairs as well. I guess we could like have the kitchen bench sort of behind the couch maybe, and then we could draw in like a bit more of the kitchen back here. We have some cabinets that are there, and then I guess we have the ceiling coming in somewhere around here as well. So this is like too sketchy, I think, to work on, to bring into the game. I think maybe we could bring the stairs across a little bit more as well. Like, don't need to be that far over. So maybe we'll shift it all a little bit. Doing all the art and programming myself. Yes, I am. It's fun. It's fun. If you've ever tried to do that before, Armored McCaw, and you want to like see how I approached it, there's all the videos are archived. Well, not all of them. I did lose a couple, but like for the first game that I did at the start of this year, which was a 2 weeks of me learning AGS and making a game in it, and then there's a bit of a gap because I did something else, and then the last game, Day of the Hamster, that entire thing is recorded. There's like, I lost a couple of videos. There was one that I'm really disappointed I lost, which was me having a chat with Duke Donuts, talking about different game designs, and like, hey, I just wanted to get some feedback on like where should I go from here, because I was like, I knew that I was going to stop working on the tank game, and I wanted to know where to, like, I wanted someone to tell me what to do, basically. And so I was talking to Duke Donuts, and we had a really good discussion. It was a really good stream, and I lost it. Because, like, this channel is not affiliated, so all the videos get lost after 7 days unless you actually archive them. Like, highlight them, which I did not do, because I was an idiot and forgot to. But it was a good talk, so hopefully I will do something like that again soon. Let's do this. Let's go new layer, and let's change this. Can we do a filter? I think it's like tool. Is it? There's some kind of like effects somewhere. Oh, filter. It's right here. Color balance adjustment. What? Okay, there you go. Just want to change the color of that sketch so that I can maybe I'll actually mute it a little bit too. Oh. There you go. That'll do. Cool. Now I can draw over it with that in mind. Is there a way Duke archived it? No, he didn't, unfortunately. I was like, it was kind of like an ad hoc, let's have a chat sort of deal, so he wasn't really prepared to do any kind of stream recording or anything either. At least I don't think he recorded it. I didn't actually ask. But yeah. In future, we won't have that problem, because Pi has volunteered to help me out. Pi Lausanne has helped me out with recordings, like making sure they're all archived and stuff. So yeah, I've set up the YouTube channel, but I haven't started uploading videos to it yet. I gotta start doing that. Anyway, let's see if I can make this work. So somehow there's got to be this. I feel like an archway would be cool right here. Maybe if we have like an archway comes down like this and have that sort of follow along that way. This side we don't... Oh, I guess we could. Oops. I didn't want to scroll, dude. I was trying to draw. Let me just zoom back a little bit here. There you go. Can I get away with that? No, I can't. That would look silly. All right, so we got that, and then we have the banister. I think having it like... Okay, I gotta remember the character has to actually be visible. Like we always have their feet visible, so this isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. This perspective would be like a good way to crop the scene, but I don't want to actually crop the scene. So I actually need to think about... The stairs need to sort of start like here. And we kind of don't... Like, it doesn't really matter if it's like off to the side here, but like the stairs need to go up there. Yeah, there you go. Something like that. So, really roughly just getting in some stairs here. That's gonna be fine. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, and then the banister will probably be here. Go up the stairs. Maybe it'll be straighter when we do the actual thing. The rope will be tied here, and the rope can go up on a slightly different angle to the banister. Then we want to put the wall here. Something like that. I do kind of want the perspective to follow a little bit of a vanishing point. Like, maybe. It's a pretty strong vanishing point, though. Maybe that's okay. Does this editor have like a line drawing? Something like that, maybe. Maybe something like that. So, let's see. We definitely want this wall here. We definitely want to have the couch sort of set up here someplace. And the couch is fine if it goes off screen. A little bit. Yeah, that's fine. And then Aunt Jenny can be sitting on here. I don't know what she looks like, so I'm just gonna draw like a nothing person for a second. She's just gonna sit there watching the TV, and I'm gonna get rid of these lines. Let's see. Or yeah, faster way to get rid of these lines, but I don't know what it is. All right. Again, like the background, I want to be the kitchen. I guess that can be behind the couch. Got a kitchen bench here. And like a counter, whatever you call it. Maybe that continues around. So we can actually see like a lot more of the room now than what I had originally drawn in. So if we put the other wall here, it can follow that line. And we can have the chores chart here. We can have like the different sets of tasks on it written down. And the names on the chart will be like name plates or something that you can swap. And like all these are complete and all of your tasks are incomplete. So these will have like check marks on them and these ones won't. I don't know if we want the ceiling to be visible here. But if it was, like, I don't know, maybe we do like make an interesting looking roof maybe or not. I don't know. We'll see. But that gives us a view to the backyard as well. So we can have like a doorway here in the back of the kitchen, maybe. And I guess there could be a sink here. And a stove maybe over back here by the wall. With like the burners and the oven built in. And cabinetry going across here. So yeah, maybe the ceiling is just like, maybe don't worry about the ceiling. Because it would feel too cramped if you started drawing a ceiling into this. So have a window into the backyard. A door. Yeah. Gee, there's a lot more room to work with here. Compared to the sketches that I did earlier. So that's good. I even think I can, via my editor rights, export to YouTube once you get linkage done. Oh, I should do it then. I understand. I had an idea for a game, but the only thing I can do about it is to play them. Yeah, playing the games can be the distraction for sure. But you can keep working on stuff. Like, don't let that stop you. Try and do just like a little bit. Try and make the tiniest game possible, because then you'll be done. And then you'll be like, oh, that was easy. And then you can do something slightly more complex. Like, literally, like, people suggest starting with things like Tic-Tac-Toe and Pong and Breakout and those kind of games, because they're so easy to make. And once you've done one, it gives you like a bit of perspective on like, okay, that's like the pipeline for creating the game. And then you try and do something more complex, like add something with more art requirements, or like upgrade your Arkanoid clone to have like cool backgrounds and art. Stuff like that. This is a believable space, I think, actually. Like, I'm looking at this sketch and I'm like, yeah, I could believe that is a space, you know. Looks like a space to me. Suppose I'll add a can I add a blank layer in? Fill bucket white. There you go. Yeah, people always saying like do the simplest thing possible, like do an easy game first, like something small. It's true, but it's also like you gotta like give yourself a chance to do something creative as well. So yeah, if you don't want to start with doing like something that simple, I could completely understand it. You make my editor on the channel. I believe I can make playlists and stuff. Yeah, sure. I'll do that right now. We've done 2 scenes. I've been productive today. We've done 2 placeholder scenes. Save. New folder. House. Or what we call this? This is like... This is called like lounge. I'll call this lounge. Yeah. Productive mind, Mike. Yeah. I thought to make smaller games that could become pieces of bigger puzzle. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do it that way, that's a cool way to do it too. Yeah, if you're like making components of a bigger game. It's like if you have an idea, say you had like a puzzle platformer that you wanted to make, but it has like, you know, you have to solve like some kind of like mini game puzzle to unlock doors. Then make the mini game puzzle first. Then you know how to make that, and then you can go and make like a basic like platforming thing, and just add the puzzle bit to it, and you've kind of like got yourself started. So yeah, it depends on what obviously you're trying to aim for, but yeah. Okay, that was good. That was good. That's 2 out of... We didn't... So what I really should do is start, like, do the planning stuff, but I was kind of, like, getting tired of, like, looking at text all the time, so I just need to do something else. But we do need to write down, like, okay, where are all the rooms? What are all the rooms? What are all the characters we need to create? What animations do we need? Etc, etc. Just DM me on Discord when you want me to test. You can test right now if you want. I haven't set anything up, so I don't know if you can do it right now. Where's my mouse? Let me see. Video producer. Oh man, I haven't looked at this for ages thanks to you, Pi. Like, it's been a huge load off my mind not to have to worry about the video archiving and stuff. I guess if I go like to the oldest video on the channel, and then I go export. The export option is there. I guess I'll check on YouTube to make sure it's all set up on that end. You might need editor rights on which channel, Pi? This channel or the YouTube channel? Is this the game where you go full janky 3D that everyone will hate, like Simon 3D? No, 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 no. This will be 2D. This will also be 2D. I'm just sketching in some backgrounds to start. I have this bad habit of everything being like rotated. Like you've tilted your head to the side a little bit. I have a bad habit of drawing that in when I'm just sketching out perspectives. Ace, hello, good to see you. Welcome in. I feel like it makes sense to think of it this way. Statistically, you're going to make more mistakes and have fewer opportunities for success when you are less experienced. So start small, get the practice in so you can be better equipped to navigate projects that matter to you. That's a pessimistic way of saying it, but it's not wrong. I would say you doing a smaller project gives you more opportunity to learn where, like, what you need to do and how you need to do it differently. Like it's an presents opportunities doing smaller games. It presents you opportunities to learn from that you can actually apply that lesson sooner. But it's the same thing. Just less try and be a little less pessimistic when saying it. But you're right. Yeah. It's always a bummer to see someone try their dream project, not quite be up to the task, and be put off entirely by that. Yeah, it happens a lot. That does happen a lot. People trying to make like an MMO for their first game. It's like pretty rare that somebody succeeds or something like that. Difference is that every experience would add more complexity to it. Yeah, that's true. Every like little feature and change that you make is going to change the outcome potentially. And some things just don't work well together, and you won't know that until you try it. So like prototyping an idea is obviously a good idea. New background, maybe. This is a very ad hoc process that I'm going through at the moment. The next background needs to scroll, so it needs to be like double the width, I think. Because it's going to be a scrolling background. Actually, it's going to need to vertically scroll as well, potentially. Oh man, I'm getting another stretch in. Maybe I won't do this background right now. Image, let's see. Let's just assume that I don't need the vertical scroll, and I can add that in if I ever do need it. Canvas size, width 200%. Okay. So we're gonna have like a tree house here with some branches coming out, and the tree house of course is here, the door is here, the ladder is broken, and it's here. So some of the steps will be in place, but you won't be able to climb them. It's too dangerous to climb them. And the T-Rex grabber is going to be right there, so you need a way to climb that. Your sibling, actually, we need the fence. The fence will be here. Your sibling will be here, stopping you from doing anything. There will be a shed in the background, right there, with a jammed door. Little shed. Then there's the house itself, which will be, I guess, here. And it will have the doorway into the kitchen that we could see from the other perspective will be right here. This is like too... I gotta... All of this stuff needs to go up like to there. We need that line a bit further up. But anyway, so there'll be that. So there'll be the door, the window, of course. Then there's the window that you climb out of your bedroom. There'll be more house, I guess, over here. Whoops, I keep forgetting the line. There you go. There'll be more house, obviously. Maybe another door or something. There'll be some other thing going on here. I don't know what. But there's a llama. An angry llama. I don't even know how to draw a llama. There's a llama here. And it has a sore toe. And so every time you try and walk past it, he'll get angry and stop you. And then over here, there's like a bench with a Game Boy on it. So when you come outside, You need to convince your sibling that, you know, you're gonna leave. So you need to like make sure they don't tell on you. I don't know how there's a lot of content here, a lot of stuff to like detail, but yeah, this room's going to be one of the harder ones to pull off. I think. I don't know how this is going to work in terms of like, I think that maybe the house should be like quite extraordinary looking actually. Maybe having like some depth to it as well, so like it's not all just a simple looking thing. Maybe having some awnings over stuff. Things like that. More windows with awnings as well. Just to help like make it not feel plain, like a plain wall that's just in the background. Yeah. And our objective is to go over the fence and leave, but before we do that, we have to do all the things to let us past. Then we go to the junkyard. Will the llama spit? Yeah, the llama will be angry, will spit, and like, you know, get annoyed and won't let you past it. That's why we need the T-Rex grabber, obviously, so we can fix its toe and remove the toe thing. You weren't intending to sound pessimistic. Yeah, sorry. I guess I read it as a pessimistic statement. It was probably me. It was probably me. My interpretation probably wasn't what you said. But like, I don't think people like. I think when I think about things, I don't think about like, oh, I'm going to make a mistake because I'm inexperienced. I think like I've got opportunities to learn here, which is saying the same thing. It's saying the same thing. I don't know how. I don't know. Don't worry about it. sorry, Valley Cheese. I wasn't trying to call you a pessimist at all. Although I know of myself, I am pessimistic, so I try and look for the optimistic way of viewing things, because otherwise I get down on myself too much. Which happens anyway. But yeah. Welcome back, Pi. Welcome back. They do that if they don't want you close. Yeah, exactly. So the llama's going to be doing the spitting, and your objective is just to get by the llama. And to do that, we need to heal it, but you can't heal it until we fix the ladder. We can't fix the ladder until we get in the shed. We can't get into the shed until we lasso the llama with the rope so it can pull the shed door open. And then we can get in. Then we can get the hammer and nails from the shed. We can fix the ladder. We can climb up here. We can get the T-Rex grabber so that we can get within arms, like a little bit out of arm's reach, so it can't spit on us, and we can fix its toe, removing the pebble. Then it'll be happy and calm, and we can walk past and get the Game Boy and bring it back to the sibling, who then, because he's happy with the Game Boy, he won't dub on us. He won't tell on us, so we can leave without getting caught. And then we go to the next screen, which is the junkyard. This screen is like not a very good prototype screen. We won't be able to use this, but at least it's laid out a little bit. New. It's the junkyard. This will be like cars stacked up on top of each other. So I guess I'll just draw like cubes to sort of convey that, I guess. Because I don't want to actually try and draw cars right now. Car stack. Oops, that's not saying. That's car stash. Car stack. And there'll be distant ones as well. There'll be distant stacks of cars that perhaps even taller. And they'll probably overlap a little bit. Maybe there's a shorter stack here. Another distant stack of cars over here. And there will be right here, there'll be a little kennel. A dog kennel. And that maybe there'll be 2. Or maybe it'll be like just one big kennel, but with like 2 doors. Yeah, 2 doors, that's it. And you'll have nameplates over top of each of the doors. Yeah. And there'll be like little feed bowls for the dogs. And there'll be piles of tires in the foreground. There'll be a bunch of them. And there'll be like piles of like bent pipes and stuff for mufflers and other bits and pieces. Typical kind of stuff you'd see at a junkyard. And that will fill up the foreground. When the character's walking around down here, we'll see this says rip. And this says tear. Rip and tear. The dogs. And when you read that, it'll say, gee, I hope I don't encounter those dogs or I'll be doomed. Because it's a Doom reference. Hey, Factory Ruins, welcome, good to see you. What's my advice for finishing a game? I've always had a hard time getting something completed. I need to focus on something short, I think. Yep, that's a great idea. That's like step number 1. You could literally finish making a game of like a match 3 game. Like a very simple, like if you pick like, you know, 5 colors and you randomly position them and you have to swap them, swap the positions. Easy game to make. Don't even like think about like, and then you just have to add a score and a multiplier.
Oh boy, we're having fun now.
Good timing on that. We're having fun. That's right, damn it, Baines. Yeah, just like do that. Simple project. Make something like Tetris, another simple project. Something like Arkanoid or Bejeweled. Sorry, I said Bejeweled already. Arkanoid or Pong. Any of those, like, I know they're dumb, simple games. Make a space shooter. It's like like, just make a simple, like, Asteroids clone. Like, really, that's, like, you can finish those games. And once you've done that, like, you know, like, if you want to publish it, make an Asteroids clone, give it a menu, make some nice graphics for it, and put it on itch. That's it. You've made a game, you published it. You got over the first hurdle, then do something else like slightly more different, slightly more complicated. It depends on what kind of game you want to make too. If you want to make a point and click adventure, just make a simple point and click adventure about making a sandwich. That's what I did. And like, don't let yourself have high expectations. I think I'm always getting in my own way because I hate everything that I do basically. Yeah, there's like, I see all the flaws and I rarely see the good stuff. So give yourself a chance to do something that you know isn't going to be good enough. Allow yourself to say like, yes, this is not going to be good enough. I'm not intending it to be good enough. I just want to do it. And remind yourself of that every step of the way, because if you're like me, you'll be thinking how bad it is every step of the way. Are you trying to finish something you've already started or looking for advice on finding a finishable project? That's a really good question. It's a really good question. Car stash is where you have a Toyota on your upper lip. Exactly. I have a working platformer going. That's what I want to make. I think I need to draw up a very short version of it, like a demo. Exactly. Yeah. That was going to be my next thing. If you've got an idea, just make the smaller part of it, like a vertical slice. It's very common for developers to make a vertical slice of something that they want to show. The MVP, yeah. And then you can just be like, okay, that's what I want to make, and show it to people. And if they say, oh, I love this, you should do X, they might give you some feedback. It's like, oh yeah, I could do that. I could change this or do that. Or they might just be like, hey, that's awesome. When's Kickstarter coming out? And then you'll know you've got an idea that you're ready to get funded or something like that as well. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't done a Kickstarter myself yet. That's what my plan is for after I finish this game, is to do that. So yeah. Like, look at this. This looks so like terrible, but this is like how all of my adventure games have started. just like with bad drawings and a bunch of ideas. I've only done the 2 adventure games. So it's a little bit of a lie, because like when I was younger, I did do some point and click adventure prototyping, but I didn't really ever release any of that. So yeah, I definitely tried to do something. A friend of mine was trying to make one, and I tried to help him with that, and that gave me an idea to work on my own, but I didn't end up going very far with it. Yeah, I'm not probably the greatest person to ask for advice on like how to finish stuff, because I often abandon projects because I don't think they're good enough, or I don't think I have the time to work on them is another one, which is like, maybe I'm lying to myself a bit, but I think it's a good thing to know, like, hey, I can't do this, so I should move on. So when you go this way, we go to the stealth section where you have to avoid rip and tear, and that'll be a top-down view, which I think will be a single screen just for simplicity's sake. And I have to come up with like how that's going to look and feel, but I don't think I need to do that right now. So after that, though, we'll have another single screen, I think. It'll be the gatehouse guard. So we'll just have like, you know, I guess the gate with a number pad on it. And the guard will be in this hovel. We use the word hovel because I've been playing that other game, Discworld. But the guard will be asleep in here, basically. On a chair. He'll be sleeping. He's got his Z's going. And when you talk to him, that gives you the dialogue clues. The dialogue puzzle to work out. And as you work that out, his sleeping form might shift and move, but the idea is that you want to get him to tell you the code to unlock this. And that's the end of the game. Yeah, I don't know. This scene should be fairly simple. And like after you've like figured out your way through the stealth segment, you'll probably be ready to finish the game, hopefully. And hopefully it's not too short and easy to do. I don't know. We'll see how the stealth segment goes. I probably want to make it like fairly complex to navigate. But that's all the scenes I need. I should save them. This one I don't really think I should bother saving, but I'll save it anyway. This is Backyard. I think I passed the prototype phase. I really like the mechanics I have. Just gotta make vertical slice, as you say. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. The difference between a prototype and a vertical slice is the vertical slice is meant to be... Yeah, it's meant to be polished. Meant to be polished. Snapshot of your game that reflects the kind of polish that you... that a full game would have, whereas prototype is aimed at answering questions about what will, won't work. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And that can apply to products beyond games as well. Like you can use that thought process for a lot of things. Backyard, bedroom, lounge. This is the junkyard one. Junkyard one. We need a folder for the stealth section, which I won't put anything in. And we need a folder for Junkyard 2. Maybe I should rename this to Junkyard Stealth Section. This is Junkyard 1. Oops, BG 1. Save. Junkyard 2. Oops, BH. BG1. There we go. Good. Yeah, fairly simple stuff for the end of this section. I think I'd said that like I wanted like there to be a switch or something you could flick to have the player like navigate back if they want to backtrack for some reason. So you don't have to worry about the dogs again on the way back. So maybe there's something we can do about that in here, but I'm not going to stress about it right now. I'm going to go back to here. So yeah, we drew a few more backgrounds. Draw, sketch, whoops, sketch, backgrounds. Let me just get rid of this. And put the keyboard in a bit more accessible spot. Going through the steps of doing a vertical slice can also help with identifying workflows and any production blind spots you have. Yes, yeah, it can. That's a good point as well. Realizing you need more sound effects than you initially thought, or that you need a little perspective on sprites that you thought could be top down. Yeah, yeah, anything like that. Because the idea is it's polished enough that you could, you know, it could be part of the final game. And yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Okay, so I can type now because my keyboard's not locked. Draw sketch backgrounds for all scenes except stealth section. So in the future, we're going to want to put day 5 in. We're going to want to have we could start implementing some stuff maybe. We could think about adding some gameplay for room 1. Maybe character design work. Maybe maybe create a itch.io coming soon page and submit it to IGDB so that we have it when we launch, because that didn't happen this time around. The IGDB page took a while to get approved, so far there's been 0 streams on Day of the Hamster. I'm looking forward to seeing somebody stream in that category, but so far it wasn't available when everybody was streaming it earlier. So I think there's a few people who said they're going to stream the game, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah. This is a fairly slow burn start, isn't it? You could use the dev blog. Yeah, I could do that. Make an initial dev blog post about the game dev having started, etc. Good idea. Yeah. Can I do that? Like, I've never done that. I don't know, like, if... I've never made a placeholder for a project. I've got to create new project. Call it day of the redacted, and then call it DOTR, and then doesn't a cute mini adventure about let's say inspired by Day of the Tentacle, about leaving for an adventure, for a grand adventure. Game, it's downloadable, sure. It's not released, it's in development. Interesting, okay. Can I say no payments for now? Yeah. And then put a description in. So I will need to create some assets like the title screen and maybe a screenshot or something like that. But like I can do the screenshot later. Title screen I can probably do before I make this live. Add a description later on. Genre would be adventure. Tags 2D, retro. Point and click. Pixel art. Whatever. I guess I can fill that out a little bit more as well. Save page. It's a draft. So yeah, okay. I could make like a placeholder page for it. I feel like having 100 or so devlogs on Hive Time before release contributed to its launch visibility. Interesting. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that. Yeah. So I could start making some posts on this now that I've created it. I have to make it public, I guess. I haven't tried that. Like, what I worry about is like when it gets released, like if it doesn't get the same bump as it does when I release the other games. I'm not sure. But anyway, I guess we'll find out. Every other day, post like sketches, ideas, etc. Yeah. Whenever I get a chance, whenever I do some work on the game, I can post an update. That's an interesting idea. I hadn't done that before. Maybe more people will follow it. That's true. Maybe more people follow the game or me or whatever. And then when it's out, they'll be able to play it. So, yeah, okay. It's a little bit of thin progress, but it's definitely progress. We did actually do some good stuff today. Let's say there you go. Good. Progress. I can't believe we're already on day 5 though. It feels like we haven't really done that much. But bedroom, backyard, hallway, junkyard 1, maze, junkyard 2. Yeah, that's basically what we came up with. Good. Oh, I forgot we named the guard Dennis. I didn't do that with Bat Egg, and it got like 0 attention. Planning to put all my monthly update posts for Fossil Sweeper across to Itch soon. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, you should do that. Do you have the Fossil Sweeper page on Itch? You do, right? Oh, it's hidden at the moment. Okay, yeah. that must be coming along. You must be like getting pretty close with Fossil Sweeper, right? I want to wait till I've done just a little more visual work so that it's more closely reflecting what the game will be. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Not as close as I'd like, but getting there, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a big project from the look of it. Like, it's seems to have grown a lot. Focus has been systems implementation rather than assets. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I get that. Getting like yeah, a lot of those systems mechanics sort of ideas are tricky. Especially like working out like the meta mechanics as well that you've been working on. The meta stuff's pretty interesting. Like it adds a lot to the game having those meta mechanics. Like going to the museum and building up your displays and stuff like that. It's a cool idea. I can't believe we did this though. Look at this. We got 2 out of 3 done. This is exciting. We're working on Day of the Redacted now. We're almost ready to move into phase 2 once we finish this little game. Can make /rig/pose a skeleton a day. So when I am ready to switch to that, I'll be able to push ahead with filling in content pretty quickly. Excellent. That's great news. Yeah. Awesome. I'm excited to keep working on some more of this, but I'm also excited to take a break. It's 4 o'clock. If I leave it too late, I won't have time to rest between streams. So it's probably a good time. We actually, yeah, you know, we made it to like the around about not quite 3 hours mark, so that's pretty good though. I did start late. I started later than I intended to today because I was hanging out with my son, and I slept in this morning, so I didn't have as much day to work with. Tomorrow, I got the day off, so maybe I'll do more dev streams tomorrow. I am feeling pretty fatigued, so I don't know, maybe I'll give myself a chance to rest. I got sick, but then I started to get better, but now I'm starting to feel like fatigued again, so I might need to take the hint from my body and actually rest a little bit more. But yeah, I was like worried. My wife got pretty sick. She ended up staying home from work for a week. And I was like, oh, I can't let that happen to me. So I was just like hoping for the best and trying to avoid getting sick, but I still got a little sick. And now I don't feel like sick, but I do feel tired. So it's probably my body just being like, hey, give me a chance to fight this infection fully off before, otherwise you're going to get sick. So, you know, that kind of feeling. So we'll see. I'll take it easy. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and thanks Armored McCaw for dropping in. That was good to see you. 3D Code Warrior, thank you as well. That was cool to see you there. Valiant Cheese, welcome. It's always good to see you. Always good to have a chat. Factory Ruins was good to see you too. Good luck with your game too. If you want to post about the game stuff, do post in the Discord. I have a game dev channel on the Discord. My plan was for today to do a dev hangout, which I was supposed to do, I think 2 weekends ago, but my schedule just got too busy and I had some stresses with like work stuff, day job problems. So yeah, I was a little bit too stressed out to be thinking about managing a meeting, but I do want to do it. So I'm going to try and lock it in for next weekend, and I'm going to try and lock that in. Like probably I'll work on like planning that tomorrow and like making sure I can reach out to people. But yeah. Hey, Armin McCall, that's great news. That's really good news. I love reading that. Good luck with the journey of creating some games. Rue, thank you very much for being here too, mate. Good to see you. But yeah, I definitely want to do some more game dev meetup planning. I did write in the expression of interest sheet that I would like some help planning it. So if anybody wants to step up and like help me manage it, I'd love that help, because like it's more likely to happen then. But I'll do my very best. I'm also asking people if you have a presentation, Valiant Cheese, if you got any ideas for a presentation you'd like to make. Like it's only to be like 10 to 15 minute presentation, just to help like anchor the meeting around something, and like that'll be cool to see too. But yeah, it's going to be like a Discord hangout sort of thing. You always got some talk in you. Good. But yeah, I want people to like contribute like talks about like marketing or business management or like actual like dev processes, anything that will help people like you know, it's the kind of thing like helping each other is what I want. I'm trying to build a community to help focus on like making games and the processes around that. And business is one that's like pretty big. That was like one of the biggest things that people asked about when I put the expression of interest sheet out, was like, you know, the business side of making games. Because it's like, it's hard. It seems almost impossible, like, to start out. Like, if you've got no financial reserves, which is most of us, to be honest, and you're like, how do I go from working a full-time job to like making a living out of making games? It's tricky. It's hard to do. So we'll see. I want to put together some stuff around that, and like my strategy that I'm using now with these games, it might not work out. It might not. We'll see. It's a journey that you have to you don't know where you're necessarily going, even though you've got a goal you're aiming for. Things might not go your way, but I'm doing my best. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'll just waffle on for an hour if I'm not careful. So thank you very much for being here. It was a good time hanging out. I look forward to doing some Discworld tonight, hopefully. Hopefully I've got the energy for that. And I have no idea what I'm going to do in Discworld. There's like one loose thread at the moment, which is the Nanny Yogg's cookbook. I couldn't figure out how to get it. Still don't know what to do. That's the only loose thread that we have at the moment, though, so I've got to figure it out. See you later tonight, hopefully. Thank you very much, everybody. Good to see you, Coburn, as well. Coburn64, thanks for being here, mate. All right, everybody, I'm gonna click this button and say goodnight. Good night. I'll see you soon. Oh, I should say good afternoon. It's not even evening yet. Good afternoon, everybody. I'll see you soon.